continue this, what I wanted to tell you is that such meetings will happen every month, one time in a month. Probably every time it will be Tuesday. Let's see how this will work. The topics for meetings you can choose. You can send me if there's some idea for a meeting, something you would like to know, or anything about use questions. Then we will think how to manage that and invite some people who could join with the story about this topic. Okay, now it's everything okay with the Anu. Maybe we can start with Simone.
Okay.
So you will then tell us who you are and from what organization also, right?
Okay.
Okay.
So I have to concentrate because I can hear my own voice.
Oh, you need to then switch off one of the speakers.
Still hear me?
Yeah, and now we can hear, but this other one was louder. You can maybe switch differently.
It's better?
Yes, if you, yes, now it's better.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Simone. I'm from working for Forum Synergies. Forum Synergies is a European NGO that is related to all kinds of different topics related with sustainable rural development. So we are funded by mainly French foundations, by 2 foundations. So we are not related to EU institutions, just to be clear about that. So we have the great advantage that we are free, more or less, to choose how to work and on which topics we would like to work. And one topic which seems very important to us is about the youth, how to involve the young generation to the topic of sustainable rural development, and mainly related to helping them, enabling them to stay in rural places or to move to rural places. And that is why we launch at this moment the scholarship program, which was already running a few years ago. And this time we are very happy to cooperate with the Latvian Rural Forum, where there are a lot of young people. And as you can see, I'm not that young anymore. Yeah, so we are cooperating with the Latvian Rural Forum in that case. And to become a bit more precise on what we can offer and what we expect, I will now switch to show you a picture. Is that okay now? I will try. Where is it? Here it is. It's the wrong one. Sorry. Okay, I have to reopen. So, can you see now the webpage of Forum Synergies?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, so this is the page where you can see where you can find the informations. So when you enter the website of Forum Synergies, you can find information about the scholarship program under this category, topics of work. And now we are here with the youth scholarships. Although in all documents that are circulating, the concrete links are used, so normally it shouldn't be any problem to find the information. So there are different parts of documents that we offer, and there is one, quite a nice one, which is called Enter Quickly. And so I will show you that one now. this tries to explain a little bit the background and most important, the process and how you can find the different documents. So you can directly enter the application forms. So these are Google forms where we ask for some kind of background, why you are interested to be either a trainee or a host. So, and once you have registered, I can see Leo Trim. I already did an interview with him a few days ago. So as soon as you have registered, I will invite you to do a short interview with me. So it's mainly with me. For those who prefer to talk in French, I will ask Katrina to do the interview. So we try to enable everybody, so the language should not be a problem. Most used languages are English and French, so it's possible to do it in both languages. So, so the main thing is that we are looking at the one hand for a host organization who is ready to take care for a period between 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, depending on what you are ready to offer, to invite a trainee to come to his or her place to learn something about rural development. So this is open to many different kind of organizations. So it can be an NGO, it can be an office, it can be also a farm. So I already had an interview with somebody who is running a farm in Latvia. But besides the concrete activities on the farm, this host is also ready to give you insight in different activities related to sustainable rural development. So we are quite open, but what we want to make sure that the activities you are doing are related to sustainable rural development, at least in some aspects. So that means that it's not the idea that you just learn something, for example, about beekeeping or about agriculture or about these kinds of activities, but how these activities contribute to sustainable rural development. I'm open to explain a bit deeper if there are still concrete questions about that, preferably in an interview. I think this presentation now is more about explaining the process.
Mm-hmm.
So for
maybe Simone, what is the time for application? Well, the limit, when's the last time when I need to sign up for this?
The deadline, you mean?
The deadline. Okay, so in principle, it's open for 2019. Something we would like to see is that a trainee or a host is also participating after this internship in the European Rural Parliament. You can also find information about that on the website. And the European Rural Parliament takes place at the beginning of November. So there is in principle no deadline for registration, but to keep in mind, we invite you to do this internship before this event, before the beginning of November.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Is that clear?
Yes, that's clear.
Okay. And well, we will see how it evolves. So maybe it will be also open for next year, but for the time being, the idea is to enable trainees, hosts to participate in order to exchange their experience during that event, during the European Rural Parliament. Okay?
Yeah.
Another point which is important to keep in mind, that we seek at the same time for hosts and trainees. We are relaunching, we are starting the process. And as you probably can imagine, I already have, I think, 12 or 13 applications for a trainee, but still only 3 for a host. So this is a big effort we have to take care of to look for hosts. Once we have done this interview, we will prepare a short description about you, about your feedback, about your expectations, etc. And this will be published as soon as you have agreed on our website. So then the matching can start. So then you can see who is a host, who is a trainee, and then you can start to make contacts. So the making contacts is something up to you. The role of Forum Synergies and also of Latvian Rural Forum, we are here to support the process and to help you at any point you feel you need some more explanation or information. Yeah. So the next step, once we have finished the first information sheets about host and trainees, they will be published, and that's the point from which on you can try to make your choice. Okay.
Yeah. One more question. Maybe you can shortly explain the benefits for hosts. Something we can mention in emails or.
So the benefits for the host, as we see it, is that they receive a trainee who is on the one hand ready to support them with the daily work, but on the other hand also probably has some kind of feedback already in sustainable rural development, most probably has a lot of questions, and everybody who is asking questions also gives a new input in what to think about, what is important, etc., etc. So the idea is that both of them can learn something from each other. And on the third point, that we also invite the hosts to take part in the European Rural Parliament, European Rural Parliament in November, which is a great opportunity to exchange. When I say we invite them, that means that Forum Synergies will be ready to cover the costs for transport and accommodation. So these are the 3 points, maybe to repeat quickly: that they receive somebody who helped them with their daily work, that they receive somebody who normally will have some kind of background already and who are ready to ask a lot of questions, and also to take part in the European Rural Parliament as a platform for exchange, and also to think about what are important things to do in the future, what could be the next step. So we will invite them to think about maybe how to enlarge the scholarship program, what kind of topics should be taken up by Forum Synergies in the future, something like that.
Okay, thank you.
Clear?
Do you have something more to show on your website? Maybe you can stop the screen sharing them.
Maybe I still would like to show you how the registration form looks like. I just have to find the right. So can you see that now? This is how the registration form looks like.
Yeah.
That kind for a trainee. So it looks long, but some of the questions are just you have to put in an X, or at some questions we ask you a little bit more about your background and to learn about your expectations. You are also invited to enter your email address. I'm thinking about making that more explicit, because I already received some registrations which did not give their email address, so I cannot answer them back. I don't have any kind of information about them. So it's important to fill in your email address, and otherwise I will not be able to contact you. Yeah, and the registration form for the host looks more or less alike. And as soon as I receive a registration, I will start up to make personal contact with you. Okay?
Yeah, that's great.
Anything else? Yeah, maybe from my side, this is also an invitation to you, to all of you, to promote this program, and especially if you have some concrete contacts, to personally invite them and ask them, especially if they would be ready to act as a host. As I don't stop to stress, our main challenge is to find hosts.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe someone else have some question for Simon? And yeah, thank you, Simon. Yes, I can see that there's Leo, Trim, Kirsten, Kim, I suppose, and Eileen from Mastolki. Maybe someone of you can have some questions more about this program.
Can
If
I
not,
say something?
yes, you can, of course.
Okay, this is Kirsten, and I'm not relevant for the youth because I could be grandma to whoever is participating, and my hair is the same as Simone's. I just have a question regarding, it was asked before, what's the deadline? And I think that's relevant. So how do you assess the different applications when you don't know who or what's coming? And when do you actually assess and judge who to participate? Are there any sort of, okay, now after 1st of June we will do this, or 1st of whatever? Just curious as how you deal with this. Thank you.
So how I see it at the moment, this will be a step-by-step process. So as soon as I said before, there is a registration coming in, I make a personal contact, I do an interview, we will prepare the information sheet, which will be published on the website. We invite interested hosts or trainees to make up their individual or bilateral contacts. And as soon as there is a matching, somebody found somebody, we will prepare a common agreement, a kind of contract, which will be signed in the end by 3 parties, by Forum Synergies, by the host, and by the trainee. This agreement will include or shall include a draft work plan. So this doesn't have to be something going into detail saying on Monday from 9 to 5 I do A, B, C, D, and on Tuesday I do blah, blah, blah. The main point is to show that the planned activities are related to sustainable rural development. Yeah, and we will also ask to provide a provisional financial plan. That's something I have not mentioned yet, but it's in the documents that Forum Synergies is offering to do a financial contribution for hosts and for trainees for their travel costs, for their costs for accommodation, up to a certain amount. So we will ask beforehand, give us a short idea, how much money will you need to go to this and this place. I think that's pretty clear that we have a limited budget and we have to do our financial plan internally. I think that's pretty clear. So this will be the process. And as soon as this has been agreed, the internship can start. After that, we will ask for a report. And again, this should not be a report saying on Monday I went on the field and I took care of 3 beehives or something like that, but it should be more a kind of reflection of the activities you did. This can be a written report, this can also be some videos you take, some interviews record. We are quite open to that. And again, we would like to see this as a kind of process in which also me and partly Katrina will be involved to give you support and to make sure again and again, or to point out what is important for us to receive related to sustainable rural development. What can we get the most benefit from, and also to prepare maybe a little bit the participation in the European Rural Parliament. Okay.
I saw before that Leotrin fold his hand.
No, I just wanted to share my personal view about this scholarship, because personally I applied for this scholarship as a trainee, and I know I'm young, but I'm working for many years in rural development sector. But it will be good opportunity for all young people's youth activists working on the rural development sector. First of all, to share their experiences and practices from different countries, and then to learn more and to gain knowledge about the sustainable rural development. So I personally shared this opportunity with other colleagues from Balkan and from other countries, just to have many people who are interested to attend this program. And I do agree with Simone that we have to share it, to promote it through our social media pages, even in our national networks for rural development or in other associations and organizations. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So Kim from Finland, or Kim of Finland. Speaking, I will also show my very tired face for you this time when I'm speaking. So, hello.
Hello.
Very, very tired. So, but anyway, I have some small comments. The first one is about this possibility to participate in the European Parliament for the host and for the trainee as a paid. It's an excellent idea, and for the moment I have so say book or earmarked 20 places for the moment for this purpose, as it was asked. So I very much hope that this will work, and I don't know if this will help anything of your host problem, but we might have 2 leader groups in Finland that jointly would possibly could be potential hosts, one neighboring to ours and the one where I'm working as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I have had once before a trainee through this system, and it was an excellent program. So it's a very good thing. And so I will be probably contacting Simon with this issue. Thanks.
Perfect. Thank you.
Maybe some more comments before we give word to Anu. After this meeting, we will have a recording, and I will send also this recording together with all the Forum Synergies materials for the scholarship for ERP partners again, and that will make them clearer vision for this scholarship and invite them to share the information. Maybe then Anu can introduce herself now. Yeah.
Hey, thanks. Can you hear me now? Yep, great. First of all, I'd like to thank you about this opportunity. And so my name is Anu, and I'm working in Keskipiste-Leader. It's sorry. Sorry, I'm always a little bit nervous situation like this. So even if I speak in Finnish, so please forgive me. I can lost my words. I'm working as a project activator in here, like Keskipiste, and my job is to activate young people in leader work, and at the same time, I develop Keskipiste-Leaders youth work with our youngsters. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about us and our youth work, and then I will tell you about this youth board and youth manifesto project, and how we get involved with this project, and what we did it, how we did it. And I'd like to show you a presentation. Can I? Okay, I can't hear you at all anymore.
Now I can hear. Yeah, we can see. Okay, you can full screen. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. You can see it.
Yes, but not in
Yep.
the full screen anymore. Yes.
No.
now.
Okay. Yeah. So Keskipiste-Leader is a small local action group in the center of Finland, and geographical our working area is quite wide, but there is only 45,000 inhabitants. And our budget for 2040 and 2020 is about 8 million euros. And as you can see, our there is 3 focus points in our development program, and one of focus points is our is young people as a resource, and that's the one reason why it's so we get so easily the finance for projects where our young people involved. And something about our youth work. Our youth work based in 2 parts. It's a Youth Leader Fund and Youth Action Team. And Youth Leader Fund is a small funding for young people own little projects. With this fund, they can arrange events or improve their hobby opportunities, or they can set up their own businesses, just for example. And its main thing in this project is that the young people do everything themselves. And we have done this since 2010, so it's for 9 years now. And then we have this youth action team, and it's a small group of young people, and which consists of 2 young people from each municipality of our working area. And this team's main task is to discuss Youth Leader Fund applications and propose the statement of funding. And they also develop Keskipiste-Leader's youth work with me. And this action team has been working for 4 years now. And in these pictures, you can see our members of this youth action team. And about this youth board and youth manifesto, this project is implemented by Cairns National Park Authority from Scotland and 3 leader groups from Finland. And common to us is that we all 4 participants want to give the opportunity to young people to influence their well-being of young people who lives in rural areas. The idea of this manifesto came from Finland, came from our Scotland partner. And last year was Year of Young People in Scotland, and our Scottish partner wanted to give the opportunity for young people to tell what kind of issues they faced when they live in rural areas. And this Scottish partner had heard about our youth work, and especially they were interested about our youth action team, because this team main focus is on rural development work from a youth perspective. And they thought that this team fit very well with the Year of the Young People in Scotland, and at the same time they would get examples of solutions about to the manifest. And this is how this project gets started. And I'd like to show you a presentation, about a short video about this project, and this is made by youngsters. And so now, can you see it?
Yes, and it works. Yes. Oh, it's tough.
Seems to be a long way to Scotland.
Yes. It paused or something went wrong with the internet connection. I don't know, but it doesn't going anywhere. Will you send us this video also after the meeting? Maybe in my email, then I will share it with the others.
Sorry, I had to stop that. There is music that I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
I said that it have been stopped. This video, it just doesn't move anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, maybe there is
in the air.
if there is continue, you can just send me to email. I will share it with the after. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
of course. Yeah.
okay, thank you.
Okay.
How long video is this? Does the video work for you?
Yes, it works.
Well, now we can see only one picture.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. There's a music that I didn't hear you. What did you say? Oh, it's the same that you can't hear see it. But okay, the main thing in that that video was that there was 2 3-day camps, and one was in Scotland and one was here in Finland. And the camps consist of workshops where young people discussed about the challenges they face in rural areas. And youngsters chose the themes for the Youth Manifesto through these workshops. And they planned and organized their sections in the Europarc conference online in a Basecamp platform. And in September, the Youth Manifesto was published at the Europarc conference in September. And there was 43 young people from 9 different European countries to write in this manifesto. And I was planned that I would show you another video, but I'm not sure that can you see that either. Maybe we should try like this.
Maybe you can restart the sharing, just click stop and then again start.
Can you see now?
No, not now.
No, okay.
Still the same picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just switch it off the screen sharing. There should be some red button or something like that.
There.
Yeah, and now you can start again.
Can you see now?
Just black.
Just black?
Yes.
Okay. What happened in here? I don't understand.
Okay, that's okay. Just some technical issues.
Oh.
You can send a link or a file, whatever format.
Yeah, I will send this presentation for you, so you can see that videos and everything through that. And but the main thing is that we have two main things in our youth work. It's that Youth Leader Fund and Youth Action Team, and that Youth Leader Fund is for everybody, for young people who lives in our working area, and they can have that fund. And then that Youth Action Team is that it's like a small leaderboard who decide who will get that fund and who doesn't get that fund. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Well, I have a question about those young people who can apply for the Youth Leader Fund. What age and what maybe
they
more about the financial support for one project, something.
Yeah, the age is between 13 and 25. 13 and 25 ages that they can have that fund. And there is, you can send the application at what time in year do you want to do that. There is no deadlines or something like that. Our youth board youth action team is has meeting 4 times in a year, and they decided that. But they don't. You ask about what if they don't have that fund, or
No, I was wondering what was this financial support for one idea running?
it's from 100 to 500 euros per one
So
project.
also, those who have only 14 years, they can use this money to implement some idea related to rural development.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
How does it work in your country? They don't have 18 years or 20 or something. How do you manage that?
We don't have any problems with that. The youngsters will send us an application for us, and we gave that money front of, and they do their stuff what they are going to do. They can, for example, they can start their own businesses with that fund. They can, for example, they can buy a computer if they need about this for this business. Yeah. And after that, they have bought that computer. They send us a report, and that's it.
Okay.
And then they can do that even if they are 13 or 14 or 15 years.
Yeah. So you help them with the reporting, or they just do it by themselves and it's so easy?
Usually they do that by themselves. But if there is the case, few cases where I need to go there with the youngsters and help them, but usually they do themselves. It's very easy.
Maybe you can tell us more about some examples. What ideas exactly have youngsters implemented through this fund?
Yeah, I try to remember what all stuff they have done. Actually, we have there was 32 applications last year, and we funded by 11,000 euros for our youngsters. So there was a lot of applications. But usually it's something like that. They want to do some event. They want to do cafeteria, for example. They need the coffee machines or something like that, or they can buy. Oh my! What on earth there was?
So business related, more or less.
Sorry.
Business related ideas then.
Both of them. Something. I think that half of those applications was in business fund. It's more like they use that fund for marketing things. They can buy working suits or stuff like that, and they can buy computer, for example, and but if they develop their hobby opportunities, it's more like they can buy the, the balls and, for example, volleyball and that net and everything. We don't decide what they need. They can send it that application for everything.
Great. Well, maybe someone else has some question. Okay, yes, Katri.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Just a minute. Have some double sound. Okay, it's fine. I'm Katrina from Latvian World Forum, and I wondered why, is there a particular reason why the age limit is 25 for young people? Why it isn't 30, for example? Because in practice, we see that a lot of young people are coming back to rural areas after their studies in cities. And when they are coming back, they are not young people anymore. So they haven't got any specific support, even if they're only 27 or 26. And those are young people, still young people. And I wonder why the age limit is 25, because we are often hearing 25 is the limit, and there's some particular reason for that.
Actually, I can't answer you for that because I don't know why it's 25. I think that it depends something about our development program. I don't know. Sorry. Sorry,
okay, but
it could be. It could be.
Do you feel that people aged more than 25 would have need of some special support also within youth programs?
I don't know. I think that they don't need support like this. We have that. We have other funding resources for our young. But I don't think they don't need. No, nobody hasn't asked for that before.
Maybe it depends on country too, because we have this problem a lot. We are feeling that people after 25 are still feeling like young people. They have made a lot of studies and they want to have some specific edge. It maybe depends on place.
Yeah, maybe because on our area, that age of people of that age are working, and if they are staying, they move away on our area, and it hasn't come to us before. But it's these are so easily we can change our rules so easily that if somebody came to us and asked about this, and I think that we could change our rules that we can change that age limit like 30 if there is need. And
okay. I had one more question about the youth action team. How is this team formed? And are they also aged till 25?
Yes, they are.
How they are coming together?
Do you mean that how I find these youngsters, or do you mean? Yeah. Okay. Actually, I can go at schools here in our working area, on our area, and I go to schools and tell about this our youth work for our fund and this action team, and there I can find these youngsters. And that actually these youngsters are between age 17 to 20, and after that they get school somewhere else, the place there, they are gone. They just live in here. So there is nobody who is age 24 or 25 in this action team.
Sorry, I have
Okay, thank you.
for another meeting here, and I suppose Kirsten has the same issue. We are in the same meeting that starts in 5 minutes.
Okay.
But then this issue, how we get those young people participating, it's not always easy for older people. You say, hey, you young people, come and start rural development, policy thinking. No, it would be much better if the young people themselves, if they see the interest, and then invite friends or other people from schools or 4-H's to participate, because I think we have a lot of experience now, the older trying to do this. Emails don't work, social media, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. But I think with the peers, so to say, from young to young, there is a possibility perhaps to get better results. But I think I have to leave now to join the other meeting, but I will be in touch. And perhaps Kirsten will do the same. Thanks.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you, Kirsten.
Can I just say a few sentences before I leave together with Kim?
Of course.
Thanks. First, on the Forum Synergies, on the answer giving there, I find that makes sense what you're saying. So you are actually attending to the applicants, ensuring the quality, and then you make the rest of it like a matchmaking. So as soon as somebody finds a match, then you can check that and make the agreement. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
The next one on the youth, I think we have tried this in Danish lags and had big problems with it because the active youngsters are often the same youngsters that are leaving the area. So they can stay in this for 1 or 2 years and then they go away for studying. So maybe you'll have to find out how can you be allowed some youngsters to actually be part of this, even if they are for some time staying in another place. Because normally you have to be in the area of the lag to be member of the lag. But for sure, I'm looking forward to your presentation, and I will pass that on to Danish lags. They will need that for inspiration. Thank you very much. Regarding the age of 25 or older, that will be, I mean, this is an inspiration, and thank you very much for that, but that will be up to the individual lags. There's nothing in the leader program that indicates any limits here. This is something for you to decide. And I think the farmers organizations, they have that you are a youngster until you are, I believe, 35 or something. So that is up to individual lags. I'll have to, together with Kim, to leave for another meeting, but this has been a pleasure, and I hope to see you again. If not before, then in Astoria. Together with Kim, I'm part of the steering group of the European Rural Parliament, and we are, Kim said that at our steering group the other day, that the youth project within this is already formed and working hard, and you're the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kirsten. Okay, bye for you too. So maybe some of you others who are still listening have some questions for Anu or for Simon.
I just would like to invite Anu to, or ask if you agree that we also publish some kind of the information, the projects you were talking about on our website, in order just to provide best practice examples, experiences related to youth activities, to spread them. So are you okay with that we post some of your information you gave to us on our website?
Yes, it's okay. Yeah. It's thank you.
Already is some communication between others. Great. So Leotrin maybe or not? Everything seems clear, I think. Well, those was 2 really good presentations. Thank you both. And I will then maybe Anu, you can send me the presentation and the videos, and I will then forward them to everyone else. Yeah. Well, yes, it was a big pleasure to talk with all of you. And then let's see how the next meeting will go. And if you have some ideas for topics, I will write them in my email if you want to share something more. And then probably just let's see each other next month then.
Just
Yeah.
you know, Zan, that I am a member of executive board of Prepare, and at the same time I am a part of steering group of European Rural Parliament. What kind of concern issue that you have regarding to this program and for others, you can raise to me, and I will raise it in the meetings of the steering committee and in other mechanisms that I'm part of it. So
Okay,
I will do my best to promote this program, and then of course looking forward for new ideas and programs for the future.
Thank you.
Ciao,
Well,
thank you.
Bye bye.